everything I got or
Who do you
anything
want to
that
message?
get out of my business or anything that I lose, I can get back. Today is the day that I start to unpanel from insurance companies, and the first one that I am starting with is the insurance company that is currently auditing me. I have been sitting with this particular decision to unpanel from this particular insurance since the beginning of the month. I have started to have the conversations about getting off with the clients that I serve about getting off their insurance. And the conversations had gone well. A couple of the clients had said that they would be willing to pay out of pocket. They would probably just reduce their sessions from bi-weekly to once per month, which I completely understand, but they wanted to continue to move forward. Now, that may change very much so once they actually have to pay. But the conversations were very positive. And then the ones who were not interested in staying along, there were several options. You could continue to pay out of pocket, submit the insurance claim themselves, and be reimbursed directly from the insurance. They could move over to Headway. They would still see me through my practice, but I would use Headway to bill with the insurance and handle the insurance claim, or I could help them find another provider. I have about 10 to 12 clients that currently have this insurance. I anticipate losing a good 8 or 9 of them, and I don't anticipate actually growing, intentionally marketing to replace them immediately. The weather has started to change. We are getting 80, 70, and 80 days. We have already gone through daylight savings time, so we got our hour back. And typically people fall out of therapy during that time because the weather is great and they feel happier, which I completely understand. I would normally keep a steady flow of income because I also market to Gen Z, who is going through adult transitions. One of those adult transitions is graduation from college and going into their big girl job or traveling for the year or whatever. And typically I would get an influx of clients that way. For the past 2 years, I have not directly marketed to that population just because the focus on my private practice or my business pages has been to the mothers, the corporate mothers who are overwhelmed and overworked and lacking balance and self-care, trying to find a rhythm to maintain all of their responsibilities while also determining what is a priority for them to carry on or not. When I get off this insurance panel and I lose that handful of clients, I will most likely lose a chunk of my income. Now, I did share, if you follow me over on TikTok, you know that for the month of February, I did gross $13,000. And only $3,000 of that $13,000 was from insurance clients or from my private practice. A portion of that $3,000 was money that was recouped from visits that dated back as far as July of 2025. So it's safe to say that the income that I earn in private practice is not a huge chunk that could not potentially be replaced over time. Simultaneously, I am trying to downgrade my expenses in my business as well as in my personal life in preparation for my year of rest in 2027, because the priority will be to rest, and I'm not going to get into it here because that is a whole different series, but the priority will be to rest. But I will be rebuilding my business slow, without pressure. In today's video, I'm going to walk you all the way through the process of unpaneling from insurance. Now, it is 1:11 and I have a 1:30 appointment. So to unpanel from this particular insurance, I do have to go to their website. I have to get in contact with customer service. And then I have to send them my letter of intent and a W-9. I'm not in a rush to replace the clients that I will be losing by unpaneling from this insurance. However, 3 things that I want to prioritize for the month of April is 1, updating my directory and insurance profile bios so that it is very clear who I am talking to. 2, get a very clear content plan to start to filter in more cash paying clients. And 3, see when, if and where I can restructure my schedule to accommodate the clients that I am marketing to for therapy. For example, I follow another therapist. Her name is Shawan. She is cash pay. I don't know what population she works with, but she does clients on Sunday. When I hear that initially, and even when I think about that, I don't like that idea. But if I'm working with corporate moms who are already lacking self-care, one thing, and I'm encouraging them to prioritize themselves, I have to meet them where they are, and most likely they are, most of them, because I do have quite a full caseload of them, are working traditional hours, 9 to 5, 8 to 5, 7 to 4:30. They have children who are active and participate in after school sports and things of that nature. If they're already struggling, they're not going to prioritize, most likely, taking time off or not skipping a lunch to go to therapy. So they probably would be more open to a Saturday morning or a Sunday afternoon session. Now, I only see 2 or 3 clients per day. And even when I say that, I don't want to give 2 or 3 hours on a Saturday or a Sunday, particularly not on a Saturday or Sunday that my husband is off. But it is something that I need to reconsider because I do have to make myself uncomfortable. The other thing is I want to start speaking on bigger stages. I need to have availability to be able to do that. I'm on the website. This is interesting because there has always been a chat button at the bottom of the page. And today it is not, because I have been going back and forth about this decision, and I have literally cried out for a clear sign that I should move forward with this decision or not. I've been confused, honestly. When my mind was made up, I got reimbursed almost $400. And then I was like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't do it. And then now, when my mind is made up again, and I'm on the website to submit it, there is no chat button. And if you're like, well, why don't you just call them? Because the last time I chatted with them, I specifically asked for a fax number that I could fax this letter of intent to, and he told me there wasn't one. He told me I would have to get back up here and submit it through the chat feature, and there is no chat feature. There's no chat button on this page. So I will check back with you. I'll check back in with you guys. So I'm actually on the website. I did revisit it after I finished my appointment, and the chat feature did show up. So he gave me a number to call. I was on the chat feature before. They told me to get back up here and submit it this way. This just further goes into the frustration that I have with this insurance company because there are so many inconsistencies. So let's get them on the phone.
In a few words, please tell me the reason for your call today.
Credentialing.
Please hold while I connect you with someone who can help.
And
then you will be routed to another page. So please select the second option, move to or add a location in a new state. Don't worry, it's not about adding location. We'll just need to get the form.
All information provided on this form is true and correct to the best of their knowledge, and that it is free of any significant misstatements, misrepresentation, or omissions. That is correct. Okay, it's official. So it takes 60 to 120 days is what she said. I don't know how I'll be notified. I guess they'll send me an email or something like that. I've already started having these conversations with the clients that I serve, letting them know that I will be coming off of this insurance and letting them know what their 3 options are. However, I think I want to go ahead and formulate a general letter and either email it to, I probably will email and send it in writing so that we can start to move forward. And I'm actually excited. I'm going to go get some coffee. I have a 4:00 meeting with my intern, and then I have 2 more sessions for today. This is my last night before I go back on rotation. Rotation starts back tomorrow. We are traveling to Miami this weekend for my daughter's High Rocks competition. So a lot of moving parts. Then we come back on the 7th, and then we leave back out on the 9th to go to Philadelphia because I had a death in my family. So let's go get some coffee. I'm actually back at work. I had to hop in a meeting with my intern and the intern liaison, and that meeting was 90 minutes. It was very long. And then I have to finish up my work day with a 6 p.m. This is a cash paying client, and this is actually one of my fave clients, and it's not because it's a cash paying client, but they're just very intentional about their mental health and doing the work that we discuss in the therapy sessions. I thought I was gonna feel something after I submitted the withdrawal from the insurance, but I don't. So when I got back from getting my celebratory drink, I was on TikTok in my car because that's the thing for me. And I saw a video, and it was this girl who was like, even when life is going bad, I'm still winning. And basically she was saying she was homeless in the 9th grade, but she still won homecoming queen. And those are the types of things that happen. Like, even if I don't replace the clients that leave, I don't feel like I would be at a loss still. I'm still very excited. Yes, I might lose income, but I will be gaining so much more time to pour into my other passion projects. I want to host women retreats. I want women to feel like they deserve rest. They don't have to work for it and earn it and all of that stuff. I'm very passionate about those messages and those boundaries. So I just want to be in those spaces. My son bought me this for my 41st birthday. And so a podcast is definitely in the works, and I want to be able to have time to do that. Taking these clients off my schedule will give me time to do that. And I should be minimizing my lifestyle, because everything I got or anything that I lose, I can get back. So tomorrow I'm going to intentionally think of some business goals for April, and I'll be back to share them with you along with March's income. Bye.